Hi guys, and welcome back to Ray's Rails. You can see I finally have the MTH burning farmhouse on the layout. In today's video, I thought it would be fun to show how I improved this model and how it works in general. And in the comments, I would like to let you know, you to let me know what you think about it and whether you would consider buying it for your layout. So the first thing we have here, I have it wired on the layout with a toggle switch so I could turn it on and off whenever I want. So to get this model moving, what you do is you need to take the roof off. Inside the house, you have a water reservoir and you have the smoke generator here. So the first thing you need to do is you need to put smoke in there. It's just like any of your Lionel or MTH engines. You put 10 drops or so of smoke into the smoke unit and you get that thing going. Another improvement I have on this, well, not maybe an improvement, but you can see in my hand here, is I have a condiment jar. You can see it's pretty much full of water right now, and I'm going to fill this burning house with how much water it takes. So I'll roughly show you how much it takes. It probably only takes like 1 or 2 ounces. So you have the water reservoir in the water, but there's quite a few wires in there, so you want to get it right into the reservoir. And I usually fill the little reservoir right up to the top. It's kind of hard to tell, but like I said, I'll show you the bottle when I'm done. So now you see the bottle. I put about this much water into the house. This bottle is full and we began with. Another thing we're going to keep handy is a nice roll of paper towels, because this is definitely not an exact science. And you can see down in the bottom of the house, there is actually a red roller. There's 2 lights inside that roller that has the dye on the outside, and that will actually spin and it'll show how it'll make it look like the house is on fire. So let's put this back together and we'll give it a go. So a little thing here, you can see the water is like not where it's supposed to be. It's right next to the circuit board. I usually take my paper towel, get rid of that right away. You always want to have paper towels on hand for this project. So we're going to put the roof back on. And we have the fireman right here. You can see I have him on a small base. He usually just goes on a table like that, but what happens is the angle of that fire hose, it seems to just to project the water right over the house, so you can cut the angle on that by putting him on there. And then when you do want to change when you want to aim the water, you could just move this whole base gently left or right, and it will change the angle of the water. You want to get the water into the hole in the house, of course, but what they say you want to do is put it like right there. But I actually go for this little high spot there. That way when it hits and it drips, it'll drip down back into your reservoir. It also came with this little ladder here, but we're not going to put that on for the demonstration. So you can see I have it on this corner of the table here. It works real good here because, like I said, it's going to make a kind of a mess, and I will have my paper towels ready to take care of any of that. So I have this set up pretty well, so I think it's going to operate pretty well and not make too much of a mess. It's always going to make a little bit of a mess. But so you can see we have the smoke fluid in, we have the water in, we have our paper towels on the side. The fireman is ready to start hosing off the water. So now I will hit my toggle switch and we're going to let it rip. One thing I like to do is just hold my finger over where the water comes out, and then I'm going to turn it on. So now it is okay to operate this house without water in it. You could see on the inside the little rollers going around, and it's going to start smoking shortly. You can see the smoke coming out now. All right, so I'm going to put the top back on the house, and you can see the house is really smoking, and the smoke's coming out all over the place. All right, so this is the fun part. This is the real water. All right, here we go. We're going to aim it into the house here. And one thing you can do, when you turn your power on, the more power you give this, the harder the water is going to squirt. So this is the fun part. Everything's nice and neat, and the house is smoking, and here comes the water. Whoa, that's definitely the thing we want it to do. We shot that right over the house. All right, and there you have it. Now the water's going in the house, but like I said, it actually shot clear over the house. And you can see this house is really burning, and when the water starts running out, it's going to actually, like you can see, it makes a real mess. So I'm going to add a little bit more water into the house, and let's try to get this straightened out a little bit. All right, here we go. You can see the house. Oh my gosh, look at all the smoke coming out. Because when the water level goes down in the house, the water at the fireman, he loses pressure. Okay, fill that back up one more time. This is a lot of fun, so like I said, in the comments section, let me know whether you think it's worth it. All right, here we go. We're gonna back them off a little bit, see what happens. Got the paper towel ready. It's over. And I think we got them right there. So I think that's where you want them. I was actually gonna put like a little sponge on the bottom where I got this paper towel, and it could look like a bush or something like that. But there you have it. I'm gonna turn off the lights and I'll let you see how it looks from the in the dark. So you can actually see the little roller. It actually makes it look like it's shooting. It actually makes it look like the fire is moving around, and I think that looks really awesome. So I'm going to turn the lights back on here. I don't want to leave them off too much and have that water going. And that actually looks pretty good. So you can see the fireman, he's actually shooting the water. There's not really much water going on the table, and it's actually going back into the reservoir. So there you have it. Like I said, this base is very important, so you could reposition that Firefighter, cut the angle on that hose, and then it looks pretty good. So I'm going to show you one thing that I like to do when I'm done with this. Accessory. So let me turn off the power here. Get it on a toggle switch, so I can turn it off anytime I want, and I can leave the layout running. All right, accessories off. So what I like to do is I got the paper towels handy. You can see the table's a little bit wet, not a whole lot, but I wouldn't want to leave this in the middle of the table. I'm going to just dry this roof off real nice, and you can see the electronics here very close to where the water gets into. But as far as this goes, what I like to do is you take a paper towel like this and you make it into like a cigar, and you stick it down right into the water reservoir. And then you do that a couple of times, and that will totally dry out that water reservoir, and you'll be all set to go. One other thing this operating house has, it comes with a little, it comes like a little pipe cleaner here. It's called a cleaning rod, and you can take it off, and you can actually see it in my hand here. And what you need to do is every couple hours of use, you stick it into the nozzle of the hose, and you just clean it off back and forth, and it will keep the accessory running well. So as you can see, that's pretty much how the demonstration goes. I showed how the water runs, how I made the little base here, and how to clean this thing when you're done. So I think the most important things are have this on a toggle switch so it doesn't have to run all the time. Have it in a place that's close that you have access to, and definitely get a dispenser of the water. So when you don't try to fill this up like with a cup, and that would just get water all over the place. And then I think it's really, it adds a lot to your accessory. The original price on this, I believe, was like $129. And in one of my last videos, I got this accessory. It was about $30, and I wanted to see actually what makes it tick and how it works. So let me know in the comments whether you like this accessory, you think it works, or if you have any questions about it, let me know. And in the future, I'll tell you how it's working or whether I still have it on the layout. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching Raise Rails. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.